Hello everyone. So, back again for another trading session. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, as always, make sure to check the link in the description below to Everdex, the same platform I use on a daily basis. Completely see-through exchange, and it's very easy to use. There's a lot of fun things on it. You get a leaderboard where you can see how much how much you've traded, and there's a bit of like a competition, so it's very interesting to see. So yeah, make sure you check that out if you haven't already. So now I'm gonna share my screen with you guys so you can see exactly what I've got going on. Here we are. First, let's actually get some music on, and then we'll go from there.
It's like a do not disturb setting for your mind, and it gets you focused in just 5 minutes.
That'll do. So, here we are. So, claiming our daily. So, we have got everything is down except from NYX Finance and Monad. Well, that's just gone to zero, so bit of a fall there. Only slightly up. So like Monad and that NYX only up like a couple percent, like 4%, 0.65%. Nothing crazy. Bitcoin's down 0.85. We'll trade a bit of everything today. So we had a look at Solana yesterday. We had a nice trade on Doge actually. XRP wasn't too fancy. Pepe, we'll have a look at that as well. We'll have a look at XRP today actually, just to change things up a bit. So XRP seems to be staying within yesterday's level, which is pretty cool to see. And if we were to go on a higher time frame, so what we could realistically expect for XRP now, maybe a downtrend. So you can see the RSI getting weaker as we go on. So what we'd expect is kind of a peak here, and then potentially a peak there until we get to about 1.3083, somewhere there. But then if we were to, that's completely irrelevant now. So they all kind of seem to be in the same kind of position currently. So you see this big downwards move, and it's kind of coming back up bullish, and then I'm not seeing too much of a interesting structure here, but you can see an uptrend here. this is a banger. So, what have we got going on today? That's not good. Like I do right now. Don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. So we've got a bit of kind of like these tasks that we have to do. So let's start with open and close a trade on 1000 Pepe, open and close trade on Mon, LTC, execute a trade with at least 50x leverage. So we could go for Ethereum in that case. But that's if we are to expect a downtrend forming. I feel like we might have one actually. So let's have a look what happens. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall, my love. If you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. Perfect. 15-minute time frame. That level is clearly visible. So we could expect a move downwards to about, let's say, 2017. So if we were to put an 50x leverage on that trade and then take profit would be 2017. Probably 2080. So that is our 50x trade there. And then as for the what else did we have? Accumulate at least 5k national volume in trades, open and close a trade on ETH, execute a trade with 25x leverage and 50x leverage, so we can claim these, can claim all of them. So what else do we have? Open and close a long position. So currently we have a short position. So what we're expecting is the price to come down to that support level. Open and close a trade on 1 million I believe it is, Baby Doge USD, which was right at the bottom here. So if we were to look on a time frame wise, where would we find something? That is stronger than most. So Baby Doge. No. Where are we heading? Where are we heading, sir? It's hard to tell because this level isn't as strong as I want it to be, but we have one there as well, actually. We have about 3 candles touching, so we have one here, and one here. You see? And this one as well. So we'll keep this middle one, you know, just there. We have some confirmation. You see this candle does touch it perfectly. We have quite a few false breaks. And then judging from that, that is a 30-minute, you see, it stays within this level. So it is, obviously it's there, like, it works, it is there. Same for the top. The support and resistance levels are there. So let's see if we can maybe get some stronger ones. So the you know, the deeper we go, the more touches we will see. So I mean on those levels. So judging from those indicators, we could actually see it's too early to tell. So if we get like a dip to about 30 RSI, then we can kind of start, you know, predicting where price could be heading based on, you know, market structure, if there's like a trend forming, and yeah, I don't believe we've got a gradual bullish trend here. It's gradual, but it is there. You can see the little bumps there, and then at the top as well. So what do we have? Mon LTC Sol. So let's have a look at Solana. What does Solana have for us? I'm gonna play that again. That song's too good. So it kind of does stay within this level. We've got an uptrend here. It'll be more visible in a 1 minute time frame, but you can see like the spike, and a bit of a spike here, and then here again. I think there's a high here somewhere as well. But looking at Solana, from what I can kind of see structure-wise now, hello. I'm kind of looking at a reversal. You can see how many times it tried to break through this level here. So the fact that it does touch the level shows some indication that the level is there. You can see how much it touches the line. We have one there, and not quite for this one, but this one does touch, so that's kind of like a confirmation the level is there. So we have a few false breaks, one there, one there. So judging based off of that, we could expect a price move down to this level, test it again, and then we could actually get actually based off of the fact that it was kind of accumulating the price here. It like went through, came back up, accumulating the price, came through, back up. Here it confirmed that the level is there, and then it shot back up, tested that level again, stopped directly on it, back up, and then now we could either be heading for a breakthrough that level, or we lose the momentum fully and we go back to being bullish. You can see it broke through, but then it came all the way back up. That's kind of the only level I can currently see at the minute. It's very hard to... I mean, that's the highest, like most spaced out we can get. We went based off of this candle top here, and then we have false breaks, candle level confirmation, sorry. And then looking at it from a wider time frame, that level was at 80.32, 80.32. There we go. So I'm going to drop a level on that. I'm going to drop a line on that level so we know exactly where it is. 80.32. There we go. You can see it touching there. Here again, here again, here again, here again. See that false break? That's the false break I was just talking about there.
Watch how smart POD sellers turn one design into...
Shush. Shush. False break. False break with a level confirmation, not quite, nothing there. Not there either. So what I'd expect, Ethereum's doing pretty well by the looks of it. We could expect Solana to maybe do the same. I think Ethereum might have a bit of struggle getting through here. It's kind of like a market structure where the price struggles to get through kind of like a level where previously the price was starting to go either bullish or bearish. So in this instance, you know, you can see a bit of a consolidation. So we've got 4 candles, sorry, in this area currently. So the price is just consolidating, moving sideways. I feel like it's generating, you know, that momentum to crack through. Shush. Right, let me just check something. So what we could have had there is maybe, by the looks of it, a peak. So a peak here, and then maybe somewhat of a peak here, and then we get a continuation for that downtrend. And yeah, we are expecting price to come all the way down to this resistance level here, and that's where the price started going bearish. So I'm going to keep an eye on that trade and see what happens while we have a look at Solana. So Solana, we needed to do, just open and close a trade. Okay, so there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles touching that, and then we had a break of structure. So if we were to go based off, looks like this one, move please. Kind of looks something like that. It's not the best support level, but you kind of get the point. We've had a nice, strong, bullish move, and then kind of broke the structure here. We've gone bearish, and then we've got some consolidation. Price, I think, is currently stuck kind of at this resistance level here. So we could either expect a breakthrough that level, or a continuation, maybe even up to this previous peak here. But it seems like we've already got some strength back. There we go, look at that massive candle there. We'll get some resistance at this level as well, until we kind of have enough momentum to get through it. Think of it as like a mini battleground, and this level here, what we've currently got, is the battleground, this level. So if it breaks through and comes below this previous low, then we could realistically expect that sharper move and the continuation to this resistance level here. So this is the next level that we would kind of, you know, look for. But before that, we might have a bit of trouble here. And this one slightly above here, and then kind of this area here. So from about 2033 till about 2025, I don't believe we will have much trouble getting through. But you can see in the higher time frames that the price kind of stays within these levels. So this trade might take, you know, longer than usual, but it will be a very nice trade, as I'm currently expecting that price. Look, we see a nice big bullish move, some rejection. Actually looks like it's tried to break through that resistance level, couldn't, and then it come back down. A very sharp move. I'm not sure if it was as sharp as it went out. No. So it came back down. It looks much sharper in the 15-minute time frame. You can see how sharp this candle is. And the same with this one. And it shoots back up. And then now, I believe it might have a bit of trouble at this level here, because this is the level where we had a bullish reaction. So we could realistically mark that level, put it purple. Where do we have this? Right there. So let's have a look at Solana. Looking at that, it looks like Solana would obviously come to that same level. So if we were to get a little trade based on that, we could place it at 80.42. That would give us a 237,000 profit. 80.42. And we would go short. And of course, don't forget to have your stop losses. So we have a 14 and 14, be about 5-ish. Actually, we'll go to that previous peak. We can just bit past it, so we can go 81.36. 81.36. So you can see that Solana and Ethereum kind of act the same. So once we put this trade in, you can see we've had a bullish move. It's come back up, and the same thing has happened for Ethereum. It was at about 40 something plus, and you'll see the price has moved. So what I'm expecting right around now is we see a peak forming right around here. So now I'd be expecting the price to come back down, or even we have one more candle that'll be a bit smaller, and then the next one will continue for that downtrend. As you can see, we have like a peak here, so I expect there's a lower peak here, and then a lower peak until we get through that level. And that's exactly what's happened. So here we have that little candle that I just mentioned, and now we have a bearish move happening. So looking at it from a higher time frame for that level, it does look like there is some kind of level there. You have that candle touching, then this candle touches, and as we go, we have this one touching as well. I believe these two touch, or maybe not quite. So there is, you know, some kind of indication for all these things. I feel like we might see some squeezing happening here. So that level where that purple one that we have there could act as kind of like a support level, and we'd be getting squeezed into this level. It's like the price, I don't know, you're putting, well, I don't know, more and more fingers into a box. Eventually that box is going to break because, you know, it can't fit anything else in it. So that's kind of like a way of explaining that. So you see Solana does look like it's coming down now as well. And Solana's got the same kind of thing. A peak here, and then realistically, we can now expect the price to come even past this previous low and generate a peak maybe somewhere around this kind of area, about 80, 86, something like that. And as for Solana, it doesn't look like it's going to have, you know, much of a problem coming to this previous low here. So the price is currently at 80.9, 81. We've got a bit of a resistance level there, so it might struggle a bit to come through. So previous support levels that were in the market turn around when the market obviously comes the opposite way, and what they pretty much are is they are resistance levels. So before there was support levels and, you know, resistance levels, but now those support levels turn into those resistance levels. So say like, you know, bottoms here, there's like price movement. So this could be a resistance level for the market right now. So I believe what we have here. So that this movement here, by just looking at it right now, it looks like it kind of got stopped. So the previous peak wasn't overtook. So you see, this candle ended at the same level as that previous peak. So it didn't have enough of that momentum to crack through it. But here it might have gone through. So it looks like there wasn't a true movement. Or we're getting some kind of rejection. There was a strong push from the buyers, but now seems to be a lot more short positions. Fantastic. Solana, as for Solana seems to be coming back down as well. Very nice. So you can see that everything kind of depends on Bitcoin. So this candle here, so we just went from like 24 to now 17, and that's because of that Bitcoin move. So currently we've got a downtrend, as you can see. These are just hypothetical candles and not the actual support resistance levels, but realistically we can expect a move continuing all the way down to this resistance level here, as this is the only level that the price might have a bit of trouble going past. So if we were to actually get a proper level drawn, it could look something like this. Not as accurate as I wanted it to, but yeah. So we have peak here, bottom, peak, bottom, peak, most likely a bottom, and then we could expect a peak here. Or, if that's not the case, we could expect something like that, where the price will kind of be coming into this area here. Could be some, what's the word? Squeezing, that's the word. So you can see everything kind of depends on Bitcoin, what Bitcoin does, how Bitcoin moves, and so on. So to me, that currently looks like a false break. So if we find where Bitcoin is kind of headed, then we can kind of expect what kind of move the rest will do. So it all kind of depends on Bitcoin. I think we'll just wait and see where it goes, where it wants to do. But if it does go, you can see this previous high is like a resistance, acting as a resistance level. But if it does go past that previous high, then we might be in for a bit of trouble. Oops. I don't want to speak too early, I don't want to speak too soon and jinx it, but when I see it come back into that level, then I'll say something.
Click here to make your very own monster
What? No thanks. No thanks. Are we in for a bit of trouble or are we not? It's looking very interesting, let's to say the least. We've got a bit of a fight currently going on. Hello, hello. Between buys and sells. So what I want right now is that price to come back down into this level. And we'd just count it as a false break and move on. But that might not be the case. But this is a resistance level here from the previous price. You can see it kind of comes up to that level. It acknowledges that it is there from, I believe, that green candle. Uh-oh. This is crazy. Like, it just dropped so much and now it's coming back up. I feel like the sellers are doing all that they can at the minute. It's having some trouble getting through, but I feel like this candle might be the one that shows us up. You can kind of see the move. We're kind of consolidating for Ethereum. You can see we're not too much above the entry level, but Bitcoin seems to be doing some silly stuff right now. There we go. There we go. That's exactly what I was waiting for. That was a massive move. That was a massive move. Needs to push through it though. Can't believe in a massive wick like that. You've got to push through. You've got 10 seconds left on that candle. 3, 2, 1.
Just a drop in time. I feel like gave you every breath I had. Even forgave your crimes. I opened my eyes to never feel awake again.
So the movement kind of has slowed down, so I am expecting it to come back to that level that we previously had.
I can feel it somewhere inside, haunting like a drug I keep on wanting. There's a love that fits so perfect, it's hard to believe. There's a reason I can feel my heart stop beating.
So you can see whenever Bitcoin goes up, the other future commodities also go up. So you see this price rise here is about 9, now it's at 16. So Bitcoin kind of determines kind of where the others will go. So Bitcoin looks like the big boss. So what I expect now is realistically like a downtrend forming for Bitcoin. Maybe not.
Your grip might slip too soon, but I'm running, chasing speed and gunning. I'll be right there.
There's about 40 more seconds left for that candle to fully form. So in that time, we could see a lot of price movement. Well, that is what we wanted to see. A reversal from that bigger move. And now Ethereum's in profit. Very nice. So it would be even better if it came back down to that previous level that we had. And now I would expect like a peak around here somewhere and a continuation again. So I'm gonna quickly pop out and I'll be back in literally 5 minutes. So keep an eye on everything for me, please. Great, so I've come back to getting absolutely fucked. Fantastic, I just love it. I love it so much. Look at that. Why has that just happened then? Is that a paranormal candle? I'm not sure. What the hell? The price is just insanely jumpy. Like, look at the state of it. It's jumping all over the place. I feel like the sellers are protecting this level here. I mean, I've had it sometimes. What's trading? I used to trade like gold a long time ago. I'd already have a position, and then you look away and you look at the screen again, and it's just an insanely massive candle, and you're like, oh my days, what the hell just happened? I mean, there's nothing you can really do, but Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Gold seems to be pretty trendy all the time. Like, you don't really see too many bad, days for gold. Like, it stays relatively trendy, not gonna lie. Look how jumpy that is. Oh my god, it's enough to give you a heart attack. Oh my days. That is cooked. Look at it. I don't even want to trade anymore. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. I'm just gonna wait it out a little bit, see what happens. It's currently very volatile, just all over the place.
Suck the life right out of my veins when you spoke my name. Got the kind of
That just looks very cooked. Very, very cooked. Should I be sad? Should I be happy? Should I rage? No. Like, this was just such an unexpected move, honestly. So now we got a trade on Doge. That's what our little challenge thing says. Daily tasks. So let's have a look at Doge. It's not looking too predictable, not gonna lie.
Don't
So what have we got going on with Avant? Looks pretty volatile, not gonna lie. Like all this here, pretty choppy. Not too great looking. But what we can expect is maybe a move down. Sort of to this level here. 0.1308. So we've currently got about like three trades on, all for a sell position, approximately here, entry price. So we're just currently kind of waiting for the price to do its thing. So yeah, it looks like it tested this high to see if it can go and continue for a bullish run. But unfortunately, looks like it's not had enough strength and it's done a reversal again. So currently we're just waiting. It's not looking too positive, not gonna lie. Just kind of, you know, testing that level again and again. Bitcoin is going crazy. I mean, it is currently pretty low, but It's not looking too good. So I'd actually want to know what you guys think. Is Bitcoin can have a bull run maybe this year or in the upcoming years? Personally, I kind of think there might be some kind of bull run in this year.
I'm trying out rodents.
But I'm not too worried about that because there are chances, of course, you know, to make those opportunities, like to make the most out of those opportunities is what I'm trying to say. So it does look like that place where Bitcoin was just accumulating that price. It was some kind of a resistance zone, because now it has come through and is even higher than it was before. So yeah, it's looking a bit suspicious. But yeah, if you haven't checked out the Everdex link, it's in the description below. Make sure you do. You can trade on the same platform as I do. Very nice exchange. I literally use it every single day, so make sure you check it out if you haven't already, and check out the other videos. There's a lot of interesting stuff, very important things that have been happening. So with that, let's get back to trading. I feel like we could have some resistance here, like quite a lot. And you can see the price has come back down from that level. So we just set out a limit order. So if that price does come back for a retest of that resistance level, then we could realistically have that sell position there, as I do believe it will retreat and then maybe retest again later on, because there is still quite a bit of strength in the market. Like, it does still want to, you know, keep pushing. So we're currently waiting for that price to come up to that level. So now I do believe it will come back for that reversal, or retest for that in a resistance level. So let's keep an eye on the markets. or maybe we're not gonna have that strength and it's gonna come for a bigger reversal, a bearish reversal all the way down. There we go, there's some more strength there.
Putting on the effort on the grinding machine, sweating all the tears out. It's a lingering dream. Tell me if it's good now, 'cause I can't decide. Help me find my reason, take away my pride. Sometimes I find it hard to see.
There's much, like, it's very, very interesting today. Like, we've had a lot of larger, like, price movements. Hello, bro. How are you? Currently waiting for that price to come up to our entry level of 68,500. Like, we've had a lot of movement here and here, big price movements. They're like short and snappy, like they come up and then they come back down straight away. It doesn't make sense. Like, I didn't think it was going to come back and retest that level, but let me try. You mean this screen? Yeah. You mean this screen? Like here? Is that what you mean? Oh, my trade is currently at, so here we have the trade. That's the entry price. Entry price is at 68,500, and it's for a short position. So this is our entry price, where this red line is here. If you can see that. There we go, you can kind of see it a bit better now. We need, there is your, you can see it a lot better now. So that's the quantity, that is our entry price, that is where we enter. So when the price, when the market comes to this price level of 68,500, which is here, so the current price is 68,048. So when the market comes bullish up to this price here, 68,500, our order will be, you know, like open for a short position. So we are selling from this point here. So now we're just waiting for a retest. But you know, that retest might not happen as well. We could just get a downtrend forming now. So maybe even a peak here, and then potentially a peak somewhere around here. So we could actually move that entry price to around 68,185. You see? So how many capital do you trade in a day, and how many lose capital in a day? It depends. If you obviously want to keep your losses to a minimum, you want to have, I don't know, a daily limit of, I don't know, well, I trade like, each trade is about, I don't know, like 100, some are like 20 to 30, you know, in profit. Some are from like 50 and then 100, and then some are even 2 to 300. So it depends on the day. But if I lose, say, about 2 to 300 in a day, then that's, you know, that's it. I stop trading for that day. And that's kind of like a way of saying that's it, no more. So, because if you obviously have a big amount, you'll lose, you know, every day. You lose 500 today, 500 tomorrow, 500 the next day, you know, and then you're left with nothing. You're left with your holes in your pants and holes in your socks. So. It's a bit of a strange market today. Like, we had a very strange position here. We were on a downtrend, and then we took a bigger loss right around this kind of area here. So I think I went to the toilet, I come back, and then my stop loss has been taken because the price just shot up, like, look, it just went boom. So yeah, I mean, we was going for a nice downtrend, like we had the support and resistance levels marked out. Let me just, so it was looking pretty good. So it was looking pretty good. Oh, sorry, bro. How was that? How is that? How is that? Are you better? Is better? Better? Let me just fix this microphone 1 second. How is that? Is that better? Do I sound better or not? So what I was trying to tell you earlier was what happened is we were trading on a downtrend. So if you know what this is, it's called a downtrend. It's when the market it's kind of like a staircase in an example. So what we have here is a peak, a bottom, another peak, a bottom, and a top peak, and another bottom, and you kind of, you know, understand what's going on. So we were trading in that level, which was, you know, like a little tunnel in a case. So these are just hypothetical lines. These are not the you know, the proper support and resistance lines. So we were trading in this kind of like tunnel, as you can see. So we're trading in a downtrend. Peak, bottom, peak, bottom. So we have the we have the lower high and the lower low. This is our first high and this is our first low. And then this high is lower than this high. And then this low is lower than this low. That means we are in a downtrend. If we have the opposite, let me just find an example. That's not a good enough example. What is the most important in trade? What do you mean? What do you mean? Bullish flag. What? Flag wise, you've only got a shrinking flag and a rising flag, and that is when price gets pushed into a certain area of let's say a support level. So let me just kind of draw it. So this is our support level, and the price, say, let's have a look. The price is coming down. It's coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down, it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter. I can't do you a, let me just redraw that line. So the price is coming down again and again, and it's getting squeezed in this smaller area. So what we have is trend line. 1 second. Oh, that's what you meant, I think. Bullish flag and rising flag. It's pretty much the same thing. We have rising. You meant bullish flag and bearish flag. It's the same. So you've got a rising flag and a shrinking flag. I think that's. I mean, that's the concept I know it by. So. Yeah, I mean, if you said that, then I guess you understand what it is. So we can delete that off of the. I was trying to understand what you meant by bullish flag. I got you. I got you. So we have cancelled that order, and now we can actually we'll have a look at some different. Futures. So we've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Doge, XRP. What do you have anything in mind? So we've got all of these. Is there any of them that you particularly like? We can take a look at Hype. We can take a look at XRP, Solana, Ethereum. I mean, they're all kind of in a similar structure, so. Structure-wise, we're not seeing. Do you know Takashi Kotagawa? No, I don't know. I don't know that person. Let me Google him. Takashi Kotagawa. Japanese business person. Bro is hella smart. Bro is hella smart. Takashi Kotagawa turned $13,600 into $153 million in 8 years trading from his bedroom. Profited $20 million from a single JCOM trade in 2005. Lives modestly, rides bikes, eats ramen. Never sold a course, never gave interviews. Net worth now 150 to 200 million. The most successful trader nobody knows about. That is very interesting. Very interesting. I'm gonna make sure I have a look properly on him and what he did when I get home. So let me just write that down. Takashi Kotagawa seems like a very interesting guy. I think I've actually heard of it before, but that was like, I feel like that was when I was at school. So yeah, there was something crazy like that. But yeah, I don't think I've actually heard that big of an amount. Maybe I heard like about the whole idea of, you know, turning that much into that much from his bedroom, but I don't think it was that much. But yeah, anyway, I've heard of people like all these insane like traders who are like old and you know, they've made a massive following online and stuff, but all these massive, like all these unknown traders now, I don't really know about. Yeah, that's the one I know, Warren Buffett. I've heard of him quite a lot of times, so he does trade a little bit different from everyone else though. He trades more in like a wealth kind of long term. So as for Solana's held up pretty nicely, to be fair. But yeah, back to Warren Buffett. I've heard of him quite a lot. Like, living in the UK for a long time, you hear about some of these famous people who have, done these amazing things. But I feel like that's the only. I mean, I know like all these influencer type of traders. You've got that Alex G. FX Alex, I think it's name. And then we've got like that TGR. Where am I from? I am from. Well, I lived a very long time in the UK, but originally I'm from Latvia. So there's some cool info. So what we got going on here? So whatever happens kind of to Bitcoin is what will probably happen to the rest of the coins. So when we had our trades on, when we saw Bitcoin going bullish, we then saw Ethereum and Solana doing the same thing. So it all kind of, you know, depends on what Bitcoin wants to do. So that candle is now fully formed. It's hard to tell, like, you know, structure-wise, what's gonna happen, because Bitcoin is being a little bit strange at the moment. We've got a bit of a I wouldn't even call that a downtrend, to be fair. Like there's a lot of choppy price action here. How many years have you been trading? I'd say like a year or half a year. Like seriously, like half a year, maybe to a year. I'd say about half a year. But it was like on and off. I used to trade like on my phone, and I'd trade mostly like gold. I mostly do Forex. I never really did like Bitcoin, Ethereum, nothing like that. But yeah, now I've been trading Bitcoin, Ethereum for quite a while. So yeah, if you know personally want to get into trading, then and I don't know if you some people, you know, struggle with getting a broker or looking for an exchange where, you know, they want to trade. I've personally been on Everdex for like the whole time, so it's very easy to, you know, understand. You've got all these tools. It's like trading, you know, in TradingView you've got a TradingView. Say you open a market for, let's, you know, go with gold. Like these are just some boxes that I've already had on. It's the same. You've got, you know, obviously all your time frames, your indicators, all your stuff on the side. You can draw your boxes, paths. You can do anything. You know, your short positions, long positions. You know, all this stuff. So it's pretty straightforward, like. And yeah, there's a link in the description below if you want to check it out. So yeah, you get like rewards, which is cool as well, and you claim it and you get like a leaderboard like this. So I'm currently in 7th place, top 250 traders, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, I mean, it would be nice to see you on that leaderboard too. Today I am very happy. I profit $98 in Bitcoin. Very nice. Well done. Well done. I'm happy for you as well. I'm happy for you. That's very good. Very good. I think my highest trade in one day was about 500 euros. That was when I was trading gold. I was actually about a month or two back. So I was just sat there on my phone and I was just trading gold. I was watching the markets very closely. It was pretty intense. Like I'd keep going up to my friend and showing him, "Oh, look at this," and then it's just like more profit, and then I go to him again, more profit, more profit, more profit, more profit. So yeah, it was a fun experience. So what have we got going on for Bitcoin? We did look at Solana. Solana had some nice levels. But we would want to, you know, trade closer to those support and resistance levels, because they give us, you know, kind of like an indication of where price would, you know, stop and make a reversal, which would be, you know, more precise in a case. So, because now we can obviously kind of just base it off momentum and resistance levels and rejections and, you know, things like that, but it all, you know, comes down to Bitcoin at the end of the day. Like it peaked to this level here, and that's where I kind of drew that level. So I'm not too sure where it's going to go. So we're just gonna wait around a little bit to see where Bitcoin ends up going. What else have you been doing today, sir? We'll have a look at hype. I mean, all the structures are pretty same. Like, you know, it's relatively the same. We've got the peak, and then now it's that kind of reversal coming. I mean, here we could have like a rejection zone, like a rejection key level, where the price could like have trouble, you know, coming through, and have some resistance, and then maybe retest for that upper level that we just had over there. But I'm not too positive on that. So what happens is support levels turn into resistance levels when the market flips. So before, this here was most likely a support level, this bottom here, where the price like stays in this consolidation, you know, just stays kind of in the same place. And now that the market's come back down, this is now a resistance level. So the price has some trouble getting through. And you'll now see that the price will either come back up a little bit and then try again. Or we might see some consolidation and then we'll break through. I just learned about fair value gap. Can you show me? We can a little bit later on. I'm currently just kind of watching this chart and seeing if we get some kind of rejection or not. But yes, we can in a little while. So we can actually mark out the resistance, well, now resistance level, which before was a support level. That is the best we've got currently. So when you have this key level, you want to get, you have candles touching. So when candles touch that line, it means that there is a kind of like a signal. So that's the market telling, you know, telling what kind of you that this line is valid. The level is there, and you know it's been confirmed by the touch. So this little not quite touching. Let me actually get a thinner line on there. Bin it, and we'll draw another one. So that level is roughly there. You can see it's come up, it's come down to that level, and it's come back up. Come down to that level, come back up. And I believe it will most likely do the same thing. And then we could have like a flag. Let me just take that off. Like this. So the flag would squeeze that price, and most likely we could either get a reversal back up, maybe even to that retest for there, or we go back to like a previous high somewhere around here. So we'll just keep an eye on the price, see what happens then. See you later, mate. See you later. Thank you very much. You can see, probably see you in the next live if you're coming back. So as for that fair value gap, it's pretty much where we have like a. If you're still around, then I'm explaining it now, but. We have a smaller candle here, so a fair value gap ideally would look something like this. So this area here is that fair value gap. It's where we have two bigger candles, but the middle one is kind of like smaller, so we don't really have like a you know, really any space to kind of move in a case. So in the price, you know, it moves up aggressively and then leaves a gap between 1 and 3. So that would be the area where that fair value gap is created. And then for a bearish scenario, that would be the same, but just kind of, you know, inverted. It'll be where the price drops fast, and then it leaves a imbalance, and the price may retrace into the gap, and then continues downward. So that move that we have here, and most likely here as well, we don't have a fair value gap there. We do have one here, very nice one. We have pretty much a bigger player, so like maybe, you know, a bank or some kind of, I don't know, firm, something like that. So they've made that big move happen. Yes. I think it might have broke through that structure. So we're currently waiting to see if it does come through that fair value gap. We might have got that real breakout. But if we do get a stronger, if it like kind of, you know, wobbles around this area below this fair value gap, then what we could get is maybe a bearish move, so like a reversal, and we won't get any move up to the top. But if it comes in strong into this gap, it's like an activation kind of way. So if it comes stronger into it, then we could expect that bullish move to continue, and, you know, maybe even retest that level again, which will be pretty interesting to see. So I don't think we've got one for Bitcoin. We want like a clear indication of a fair value gap. For Bitcoin, I don't think we see that structure there. We need 3 candles, so would have needed 3 bullish candles, but in Solana it's pretty visible. Like we need that we need that second candle to be smaller. So 1 and 3 are like you know, big, and then that middle one is kind of small. So this is what I was talking about. If we didn't get a stronger move into this area, then we'd most likely have a reversal, and the price would most likely continue all the way to maybe even to where it picked up its speed and momentum, so we can just kind of stick around and see what happens. Most likely tomorrow. I've got a bit more trading to do tonight, and then tomorrow, well, we're looking at daily lives. We've got daily videos planned, daily lives, so it's all good. Got some interesting stuff planned. What do you think is going to happen with the war? Do you think it's going to calm down? Do you think it's going to pick up? Or what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? It's kind of coming into that level pretty slowly, but we could expect a sharper move. If it does come in, thank you, bro, thank you. If it does come in sharper into this level, into this box, then I might actually get in for a a long position. That's it. What's that chart? Oh, that's the amount of buys and sells. You can see the apps. You can see the exact amount. Interesting, very interesting. It's very close to that. It's very close to that level. I believe we'll do 83.38. 83.38. But it needs to come into that that level a bit faster. Oh no, that was a limit order. So it's a waiting game. And another thing nice on Everdex, like you see how long it takes for the candle to form. Pretty cool, pretty cool. The price is going along bullish, higher just I imagine, bro. I think so too, like personally. I think we might actually see a retest for that high. Bitcoin has kind of picked up the speed again. It was kind of, you know, slow. There we go, look at that. Look at that, there we go. It was kind of slow moving and, you know, not very active over the last like week. So yeah, it's kind of picked up that speed again, which is very interesting to see. So I've got the take profit up here. As that's kind of like another level where I would imagine we have some kind of some kind of rejection, maybe, you know, some strong resistance. I believe like 2 weeks ago the price was, hello sir, price was about 70ish, like 72k. But yeah, pretty much anything that happens to Bitcoin is kind of going to happen to well, Ethereum, Solana. So it's kind of like a battle. So yeah, I think last week, say if we go, we'll go daily. So this is like, I think the last time I properly looked was around the beginning of March. So it's not been you know, too much movement. We've had quite a lot of consolidation. We haven't had you know, too much price movement wise. We might have a bit of an uptrend forming, maybe. Maybe not. It would have if it came from this bottom to then, you know, here somewhere, but that's that. So yeah, price peaked to about 76k, so you can see it's got quite a long way to go to get back up to that price. No chic. Let me actually have a look where it is, just for just interest. Damn, it's quite long. It's a long way. It's a long, long way. Long, long way. Yeah. Falling wedge? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm kind of waiting for that price to just keep coming back up, and hopefully not understood. Same. We might actually see a bit of consolidation right around here, unless it carries on with that bullish move. Which would be great. Would be very, very great. But as you know, support turns into resistance. We might see some here. I tell you, long bullish white. Bro, what? I've got no clue what you're saying. There we go, there we go, there we go. Look at that. Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. We'll see maybe a bit of rejection here, some resistance. Maybe at even this level here. But it's a maybe. It's a maybe. But there is a chance. There is a bit of. Let's get some more tunes on.
I hear the tide, it calls my name. A whisper soft and wild, untamed. The ocean breathes the night alive. Close my eyes, I'm floating free. The rhythm pulls the stars to me. Into the wave. Into the wave.
VT Rider is now #1. T Seton has been demoted to 2nd place. Looks like VT Rider's in 1st place. There we go, look at that, we're on a 30 profit. Look at that lovely jubbly.
The baseline hums, it shakes the floor. My heartbeat sinks, I'm wanting more. The night unfolds a mystery. Feel the pulse beneath my skin.
Well, that's not what we want to see. Maybe. But it's hard to tell, like, hello sir. Oh my god, no way. It's hard to tell because sometimes it can be a false break, but then, I mean, I kind of get what you're saying. There was, you know, that indication was there. So, looking at a higher time frame, what can we expect? I'm just trying to understand what this mystical dip is. Like, what is that? So now, I reckon I'm going to exit around here because it looks like a reversal for the price. You can see it's got some like rejection in this area, some resistance. It's like tried and then it's like nah. Not today, and it's just come back down. Yes. There's a lot. There's been quite a few times where it hits that level and it just comes back down, but then it comes back up to that level and kind of tries it again, or comes back up. Bit of consolidation, you know, accumulates that you know, that momentum, and then just goes through. So I mean, it's either that or we do get some kind of like downtrend, because it might look as if we've got like a peak here forming. So we need those next couple candles to kind of come in clutch, otherwise it might not be so positive. I mean, yeah, I did kind of enter a lot later. That is my name, as it says, Midas Trades. That's my name. The thing is, price isn't kind of coming down further than this level at the moment. So I do believe we've got like kind of like a resistance level for the price as well here. So we might see that come up. There we go, there's some price movement. Test and don't forget me, we meet soon. Okay brother, okay, good night, thank you for watching. I mean, we either get a continuation now or we get like a, what can we, most likely scenario. I mean, I would say downtrend, but that is kind of what it looks like to me. 5 minutes, it looks exactly like a downtrend. So we've got the first peak, second peak, and then we could have like 3, 4, maybe 5. $83.13. So we made the right decision. So we closed that trade and then immediately took a short trade. You can see we're already in profit. Very good, very nice. Very good, very nice indeed. Very good. How are you, Alex, anyway? Haven't spoken to you in a long time. That's good, bro, that's good. What the hell, eh? Not too worried, not too worried. I'm looking for a peak right around now. Like, I don't believe it'll come up to this, come past the previous peak. So what I would expect right around now is a peak around here. Got about 3 more seconds left for that candle to fully form, and then maybe not, but we can still wait for that. So what I'm expecting now is that downtrend to form. So Alex, this is for you if you don't know what downtrend is. It's when we have a move like this, we have a bottom, a top, and then most likely we'll have a bottom around here, and then another top around there. So it's a price going like that, and then like that. So what you call a downtrend. An uptrend is pretty much the same thing, but just reversed. So let me show you. Here we have one. A top, a bottom, a top, a bottom, a top, and a bottom. That's an uptrend. A bullish uptrend. Bullish is another word for up. Bearish is another word for down. Let me know in the comment if you understand what I'm talking about. If you understand that concept. And that's kind of exactly what's just happened. So we'd expect that price to go lower, obviously lower than this previous low here, and then another high, and then another low, and that would give us that very nice downtrend. So we have that first high, that first low, the second high, and most likely a second low right around there. Yes sir, yes sir. You get what I'm saying, can't you? You get what I'm saying. I mean, I kind of wanted that candle to kind of even out a bit more, but we are on Solana, so that is irrelevant. It's kind of like too tightly packed for my liking, but I would have expected the price to even, come a bit lower, so would have that, second low, but now that's not going to happen. So that trend, whole trend scenario is kind of out the window of what we're trying to explain. So the best thing to do is to trade with the trend. Like, trading against a trend, it's not very nice because you don't really have that probability on your side, and if you trade with the trend, you've kind of got more probability of the trend continuing rather than breaking. So yeah, that's just like a little thing to keep mind of. So in these peaks, it's very hard to like find the support and resistance level. All we can really find are like resistance levels from pre-existing support levels. So for example, we go in a 1 minute time frame and I mean, there's not really any level to kind of show, so I mean, doesn't look like Bitcoin wants to come down. You see, everything's in green, like, except for Solana. Based off of that, we could actually expect a so we'll exit that trade. I'm just going to wait it out for a little bit more, see what happens. I don't want to rush into it. I'm just going to wait it out for a little bit. And when we get a better structure, I mean, we can actually have a look at like Ethereum, now Doge, XRP. The structure's very choppy in a way. I'm not really getting like, I mean, there could be some kind of level here and then maybe something at the bottom there, and based off of that we could actually, you know, get some trades going. So say for example I'll go to the 1 minute time frame. I'll try and get some resistance and support levels. Is that one? I don't know. It does look like it actually. We've got, say we went off of that candle, we've got a false break, we've got a candle touching, got that candle touching, and then as for the no, catch you in a bit, have a good one. You too, bro, you too. That seems like a pretty decent level.
flash slow, then burst to life. Heartbeat sings with the endless night. No more shadows, just pure delight. Feel it rise, feel it pull. Magnetic tide, unbreakable. Breathe it in, let it flow, let it flow. Feel the rhythm, let it show, let it show. Ocean pulse, take control, take control. Ocean pulse, take control, take control. I see the waves, they pull me in. The night is calling where we begin. Feel the rhythm under my skin. The tide rises and never slows. Take me where the ocean goes. Ocean lights, they shine, they shine.
I mean, what I was hoping for there is the price comes down to like my entry level, and then it continues kind of like that downtrend we've got. We've got a peak here, and then potentially we could have like a peak somewhere here, but it looks a bit sus.
The air is heavy, we whisper sound. Lost in motion, we spin around. Beating lips,
So I'm currently just waiting for like that market to kind of even out and give us some kind of indication, maybe some some kind of indication, you know, where it's gonna go, where it's heading, and where it's heading and where it's gonna go is pretty much the same thing. But
this moment's yours and mine.
I mean, he's been acting very strange today, not gonna lie, like very strange. I mean, we've got no indication at the minute, price-wise, so not too sure. So from about this peak, we could expect a sell position. You can see the RSI indicator is kind of climbing, about 60 to 61. So if it peaks to about 70, then we could realistically go for a short position. So we're just going to wait for that to climb up. Not quite yet.
I hear the tide, it calls my name. A whisper soft and wild, untamed. The ocean breathes the night alive. Close my eyes, I'm floating free. The rhythm pulls the stars to me. Into the wave, into the wave. We are.
So what have we got going on? Nothing. Nothing. Just consolidating right now.
The baseline hums, it shakes the floor. My heartbeat sinks, unwanted more. The night unfolds a mystery. Silver moon dances over the tide. Feel the rhythm pull you inside. Lost in the shimmer where the stars collide.
Is the price going to come to that level? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. It seems the market has slowed down quite a lot. Looking on a higher time frame, we can just see consolidation. Look at that. Been consolidating for like the past 20 minutes at least. I've not been seeing much of a market structure forming. Same for Solana and Ethereum. What we got for Hype? Hype is kind of on the same level as that. Pepe? What about Pepe? Yeah, it's not looking too good. Not looking too good. So I'm going to wait for Bitcoin to come down a little bit and hit that level, and then I think we might have a decent I'm not sure if it's actually going to come down now to that level. You can see it's very like it's a very strange movement that we've got going on. Like none of these three indicators actually show any good information. Like it's all crossed over and jaggedy and bad. Like I'm not really seeing any structure that we can currently go based off. So
Hear it calling, the rhythm rising, never falling. Take me higher, 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 lost in fire. Fire, fire, ocean lights take
So the price does seem to be coming slightly more to our entry level, which is good. Doesn't look like it's getting there. It seems that the market has slowed down and we might be at the end of an active trading session. So with that, I thank every single one of you for watching, and if you haven't already, make sure to check out the link in the description. You can trade on the same platform as I do. Right here, you can see Everdex, very nice, very good. So yeah, you can trade alongside with me. Maybe if you're looking for a platform you want to use, you don't know where to look, then here is Everdex. So thank every single one of you for watching, and I will see you in the next live, which will be tomorrow. So stay